Everybody, it's Deanna, and for the first time in many months I am doing a video outside. It is a very unseasonably warm February and this sun is so needed. I came out with my coat on because it's February and I still wear a winter coat. I'm not putting the winter coat away until spring is here. But anyway, I came out with my coat on, but when I realized how warm it was, I took it off. So I'm sitting on it right now. And I've got my bubbles, so I'm gonna blow a few bubbles as I do this video. So a thought came to mind recently about how Black women are too often seen as the help. And a few days ago, this was Friday, and my energy was very spent, my energy is very finite, and I was worn out, tired, and just did not want to talk to anybody. I do all these things to close myself off, if you will. I wear big headphones. I wear a face mask, which at this point is not just for preventing myself from getting sick, but for some form of anonymity. And my glasses turn to sunglasses in sunny weather. So my eyes, people can't see my eyes, people can't see my mouth, my ears are covered. So I just have this vibe that I'm closed off from everything. And this woman walked really close past me, and I don't want people too close to me, so I moved. And even though I'm doing all these things to show that I'm not interested in conversation, I was looking up at the sky. I started walking away. And the things I wear, as I mentioned a few seconds ago, all these things do not give the vibe that I'm approachable, but apparently I am. And this woman asked me some question. I didn't know what it was because I wasn't listening. All I heard was, "Excuse me, can you?" And it comes out, and I mentioned in my previous video how there are times I'm astral projecting, I'm in my own head, I'm daydreaming, I'm just trying to get through the day. And I'm at that age where I stopped caring about being perceived as nice, because women are conditioned to be nice, and Black women are stereotyped as being angry and mean. I said, "Look, lady, I don't know, I don't care." And she was, well, excuse me. Okay. She said, "That's nice of you," with a sarcastic voice, as if she was shocked. She was so shocked that I just was not interested in engaging her. And this is not the first time this has happened. It's not the only time it's happened. And I noticed that the people, and 9 times out of 10, it's a white woman doing this. Friday, it was an Asian woman, but usually it's a white woman. I noticed they don't ask anybody else their question. They don't seek help from the proper person to ask help for. Like if I'm at a grocery store, they'll ask me where they can find a product or how much it costs, and I don't work there. A few years ago, I was at the drugstore, and this is during the pandemic when they had wipes out for the carts and the baskets, and I was wiping down the basket I was about to use, and a white woman, she took it from me, and she said thank you. She thought I worked there and I was cleaning the cart for her, the basket for her. I said, "I don't work here," and I took it back. And I was just so shocked I couldn't say much else, because it was just that entitlement that I was not there for myself, that I was there for her. Or someone asked me, I'm at the store one time, "Where's the water?" And a lot of times they don't even say excuse me. They just start asking their question. I said, "I don't know. Ask somebody who works here." As I said, I'm not afraid of looking quote unquote rude, because I think what they do is rude. But one time I was exiting the train station with a large group of other people. I was exiting the train and heading to exit the train station with this large group of people. And this one random white woman asked me, didn't even say excuse me or try to get my attention. She just said, how do I get out of here? I kept walking. I'm thinking, you don't see the large group of people heading in the same direction? Make it make sense, folks. I feel that a lot of them tend to have what is called main character syndrome, where it's their story and everyone else is a supporting character, and especially black women. Black women are stereotyped as being the sassy best friend who props the white woman up in the story. Girlfriend, you look fly and you look fabulous. Girl, do your thing. I do not speak like that. I do not act like that. But in many of their heads, that's what they think we are. Black women are not monolithic. And we are not there to sister girl prop you up for you. No, heck no. And I think about the bosses I've had throughout my experience working, who have been white women bosses, and who they start telling me all of their personal problems. It's there's a show that used to come on called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and the title turned me off at first, but I gave it a chance. I'm glad I did. The title, don't let the title throw you off, folks. It was such a smart musical comedy about mental health, and it was so well done and such a great show. If you can find it, I recommend looking it up. And there's the main character is Rebecca, this white woman who ended up, she was in her head, and granted, I'm not talking about a black character here, but the idea is the same. And there was a character played by Gina Gallego, I believe her last name is pronounced. I can't remember her character's name. I'll put it in the description. But from Rebecca's viewpoint, Gina Gallego's character would quietly listen to Rebecca tell her stories while, I think it was Mrs. Rodriguez, I believe her character's name was. I'll put it in the description. And she's smiling and acting like she cares and seems to be listening to Rebecca go on and on. But when Rebecca started getting help for her mental health issues, and she stopped seeing the world through Rebecca-colored lenses, Mrs. Rodriguez didn't give a damn about her. Mrs. Rodriguez was snappy, rude, sarcastic. Mrs. Rodriguez was like, And it was like, she started to see that the world, there's a world outside of her, and people are not there to prop her up and support her. And I've had a boss who, the very first day that I worked there, okay, so tell me about yourself. I talked about who I am as a worker, because I'm not putting my personal business in the street like that. And she was telling me about her kids, her grandkids, her foster kids, and that she just got a divorce. Okay. And it caught me off guard. I said, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. Okay. And she was telling me other things about how she grew up poor, and she used to be overweight, and just like she needed someone to vent to. Like she needed a therapist, not an employee. I don't get paid enough to listen to this. And what I did, because I can't be as direct when dealing with people in the office, what I did in this situation was, I used to, when she'd ask how I was doing, I'd say, fine, how are you? And then it would give her an excuse to start telling me all her business. Or like one time she overslept and the roommate laughed at her and she was overwhelmed and like, TMI, lady. So what I did was let me blow some of these first. So what I did was, when she asked me, how are you doing? I just said, fine. I did not ask back. And she got the hint to stop venting all her business to me. Because I'm not a therapist. There is no shame in seeking an actual therapist. I have said that many times on my page, in these videos on my page. It's just like, I'm not there to listen. I'm not the supporting character in your story. I'm the main character in my own story. And I know there are a lot of women who are afraid to be considered rude. I can't do the air quotes because I'm holding this right now. Be considered rude and mean, but regardless of how you act, people are going to think what they're going to think, and I would rather be true to myself instead of pretending to be something I'm not to please somebody who in the grand scheme of things does not matter. It's just ridiculous. And I know I'm not the only black woman who has dealt with this stuff where people assume that we're not a customer at the store ourselves, or that, oh, I didn't mention this time. I was waiting outside the bus stop, and this white woman comes up to me, and she asked me how to get to somewhere. I said, I don't know, ask the station manager. And she said, I don't want to ask him, I want to talk to you. That is not my job. And did not make any effort to ask anyone else for help. It's like they automatically think, oh, there's a black woman. Black women are supposed to be friendly and helpful. You know, I'm going to come to her my troubles, and she's going to make it all go away. And that's the same mentality that happened with what happened this past fall, the outcome of that, and how so many black women are being told that they need to step in and help and fix the situation. No, a lot of black women are like, we did what we did back in the fall. We did what we were supposed to do. We're done. We're through. We're taking a break. We are resting. We're not doing this. We're not going to come fix things. This is your fault. Fix it yourselves. Like, all in my face. Right in my face, folks. And I know there are people say, well, why don't you just help that person? It's not my responsibility. And a lot of times, like I said, the only person I'm concerned about getting through the day is me. Because I've got a lot on my plate. I'm tired, I'm worn out, and I don't have time for foolishness and silliness. As I said, they don't bother to ask anybody else except black women, because we're supposed to swoop in and save the day. No. That's nonsense. And when I was younger and very naive and very trusting, I was a lot more of a bend over backwards type. But the older I got and the more a bug just flew on me. Whoop. Bye, bug. Anyway, when I was younger, I was a lot more trusting and naive and just so willing to bend over backwards for people. But now I'm the opposite. Because I've just dealt with so much in life. I'm tired, I'm irritable, and as I said, I'm older than people mistake me for. I'm middle-aged. I'm not some young 20-year-old woman who is naive and new to the world. So I just now it's like I don't have the patience, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time for it, and I'm protecting my peace. The little energy I have left is for me to get from point A to point B. You need help getting somewhere, ask the station manager. That is what they're there for. If you need something at the grocery store, ask a store employee. That is what they're there for. If you need someone to make you feel good about yourself, go talk to a therapist. Or if you need to be healed, go talk to a therapist. Do not expect black women to prop you up and make you feel good. That is not our responsibility in this world. Whew. Okay, I have said enough, folks. I'm going to continue blowing my bubbles, enjoying my time in the sun, looking sharp, looking cool. Okay, if you are a black woman viewer watching this video, have you dealt with what I mentioned before, where you are seen as the help, where you're treated like a store employee when you don't work at the store? You're asked what bus to take when you don't work at the bus station, or if you have a job, you have a boss who treats you like the sassy black best friend. If you have dealt with any of that, please post in the comments below. If you liked this video and you want to hear more from me, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll send some bubbles your way. Take care, folks. Have a good day.